Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh my God! KO in midair!
Hey, what's up everyone? And we're back here today with rather different kind of video, suggested by the title. We're actually not going to win this game. I know it's surprising. Usually I don't post losses, but this one made me laugh enough to where I didn't really care about being angry that we lost. It was just more hilarious. At least a few moments in, at least I thought. So I thought I'd bring it to you guys and mix it up a little bit. Plus, Ruinberg's not really a map you see me playing light tanks very much on the channel, so kind of give a little variety and spice of life there also. As we spot the field, it's pretty basic kind of principle here. I'm not going to go city in a light tank on Ruinberg. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of dumb. The only way I would do that, and even then I would still sit around our base, is if I didn't have any support in the field, I would probably still spot from my own base and try to get some shots into them pushing across the field, rather than just totally giving up the entire flank of the map. But I would still make a fighting retreat into the city. But that's not happening in this game, and we're pushing hard onto this side of the map. We have two clan members as well with me in this game, so it's pretty actually hopeful we may win this, but they're also mediums. And yeah, Ruinberg's not really a map for either of our tanks. It's too well suited, and you can see by their team matchup they have a lot of heavies. And one of them appears to be an IS-7 sitting behind the bunker in base. Key positioning here. I'm not really sure, wasn't expecting this. And now you can kind of tell from my turret I'm going, okay, this is not where I want it to be at all. You don't want to be brawling in a light tank against an IS-7. But for us, the WZ-132 is a better heavy tank than the IS-7. Who knew, you know? As we're going to go face to face with an IS-7 and try to out-brawl him. And as soon as we fire, we're going to go up, hug our turret against him, and bounce 2 shots. Just proving once again the superiority of China to Russia. Tank making ability. So, just jot that down. WZ-132-1 is a better heavy tank than the IS-7. Obviously, after that one engagement. Totally not being sarcastic at all. Completely serious. But now our issue is, how do we get out of this? We're going to get spotted. There's a ton of tanks to my right that are obviously looking this way. We don't have to worry about getting hit by arty, so we're good there. But we're kind of in a sticky situation, and we're just going to have to make a run for it, and hopefully they're not looking at us when we go. So we're just going to have to put the pedal to the metal and just kind of hopefully the Waffle and E4 aren't paying attention to us, and they aren't. And before I make the second cross, I'm going to get unspotted as well, because I'm still spotted, and they're probably still looking at me. I see this bush, and I try to be a little sneaky. I thought maybe I could stay there unspotted, or get into that bush unspotted, but there's a little bit of a gap, so unfortunately we can't get into that spot and put shots down range. For us to win this game, we would have been quite the battle. Just in terms of the team layouts, they have a very heavy lineup compared to us. We have a very light lineup, so for us to win this game, it would have been, I'm not saying a miracle, but our heavies would have had to done some work, or possibly us be in different positions. But this game was, the odds were stacked against us to begin with, because even their tank destroyers are very well suited for this map. Like an E4 is basically the best tier 10 heavy tank in the game, if you don't already know that. But here we're in a position to put some shots in. We're not going to get spotted just going into that position, but at 320 meters there, we're going to get spotted when we shoot. However, I'm going to get unspotted and try to put some pop shots into these guys if I can. They're a little bit hauled down. Super Conk's going to be a pain to pen, even at that kind of angle, because, you know, Super Conk things. So I'm kind of debating, yeah, we're going to abandon that position now and just try to fall back and see if I can't support, I think that's Skiz over there, who's facing like 3 or 4 tanks. in an M60, which is not ideal at all. Probably could have got over there a little sooner, to be fair. We're loading up the heat rounds because, yeah, we're not penning these things frontally with APCR, except for the ship arm, but that's pretty obvious. And now machine's moving in, and yeah, or no, he's in the UDES, sorry. But yeah, this game is just not going to go our way, as you can tell. At this point, it's just about seeing how much damage we can rack up, and kind of in the mentality of, as we bounce another shot, getting as much damage out as possible. And yes, that can be, I guess, considered as maybe win 8 farm, whatever, I don't know, I don't care about win 8, but the thing about farming damage, even in a situation like this, is it may seem kind of scummy at some points, just to kind of run around the outskirts and put pot shots in like this, but honestly, it can really lead to some crazy games, some good outcomes if you play it right and just keep your gun singing. I've pulled a couple of games back, or very close pulled them back several times, just by doing kind of running retreats and trying to just stay active around the map, and picking tanks off one by one and putting shots in. Honestly, if you just keep putting rounds down range, you can find yourself actually in a game that's winnable. It would be better if it wasn't Ruinberg, and right here it's like just being aggressive. Again, just using the turret armor, what tank you're in. I know I'm in the WZ, I know it's not that good of a tank DPM wise, but I know it's heavy, I know it has turret armor, and I'm using it to its strengths. I saw it with the i7, using that turret armor to face like people, including this WZ again, ram him a little bit more, so he's easily a one shot, unless we massively low roll, and take him out as well. Now, is this game winnable? No, but this is the kind of mentality that I like to have, and it kind of leads to those crazy carries that I sometimes post, and that I'm just going to keep shooting, keep fighting, and just keep the gun singing, because you never know. Am I going to win a 1v7 on Ruinberg in a light tank? Hell no. There's no way. Even with RNG like that, there's just no way. Just being realist. But we can try our best and see what happens. Maybe have a few laughs along the way as we put shots down range. We have a couple Death Stars, a Waffle pointing at us. There's a machine coming after us. There's just, yeah, this is such a lost cause. So you try to take out the Waffle, and again, I'm just focusing tanks that are one shots basically here, because it takes the gun out of the game and makes it that much more maybe winnable. However, is it realistically possible that we're going to do this? No. Not at all. But it's not going to stop me from fighting. I'm not going to go drown myself or just YOLO in. I'm going to try to stay alive and try to do as much damage as possible. Just because you never know. You have engagements like this at the end where they give you some glimmer of hope with the Death Star. And the machine, who's a two-shot. And right here is where I kind of lost all hope. I bounced off the Death Star. And I know the machine's going to reload soon anyways. But maybe we can kill the Death Star, and who knows. And sure enough, we're able to high roll just enough to kill the Death Star, but sure enough, the machine's reloaded and we're dead. But overall, just a fun game. Kind of some hilarious moments between the i7 and stuff and the Waffle, or not Waffle, the WZ-132-1. But just trying to keep it alive and keep that fighting spirit, I guess. I've had a couple games recently like this to where, yeah, it was kind of crazy in the end. I even had a Object 140 game on stream yesterday. I was ammo-racked and I was like, oh, this game's over. But I almost brought it back. It would have been a crazy game, but I didn't have quite the DPM enough to put a second shot into a tank that came over and killed me. Otherwise, I probably would have won the game. But, yeah, it's just keeping that mentality. Hey, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to keep shooting, see what's possible, and just being aggressive and making calculated moves, I suppose. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed attempting a little bit different. Actually seeing me lose once again. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you next time. See ya. Peace.